what distinguishes us very clearly is that we have no desire to leave our physical brick. We think it's the core of our business. What we're looking for is exciting ways to encircle the physical building experience with exciting, engaging experiences, and online gaming, video games, console games are all part of that. And it is an important time consumption for kids. There's no doubt that we need to be there because kids are spending a lot of time there. But I would say a typical Lego fan places playing with Lego as the number one or the number two activity in their entire life. And the number one or number two other activity is going to be, being on the computer or being on an iPad. First of all, the reaction came when the sets received a lot of global attention some months before launch. So that means you're based on a few pictures and not on an actual experience. So when we got the reaction, we really asked and we engaged in a very respectful dialogue with those who felt threatened or offended by our sets, to really engage with them and show what we actually were doing and how we had gone about it. And we felt through that dialogue the criticism actually somewhat disappeared. But I would say there was one thing we learned, and that was, if you look at our marketing material, there was a tendency that it more featured a picture of a boy. And so we have actually adjusted on that, because I think it was also a useful lesson for us to be as gender neutral as we can be in our marketing materials. Over the past year, I've undertaken a major effort to understand what distinguishes companies that have more women in the ranks of the top management, because we actually have a 50-50 split in the company in general. But the higher the ranks, the fewer the women, and it surprised us, because we know at the Lego Group we have what researchers call a female culture. That means we're very process-driven. We are extremely collaborative. It's sort of a low ego culture. It's a low authority distance. That's part of our Scandinavian heritage, but it's also part of who we are specifically as a company. So we said this ought to be a woman-friendly environment. And also because, we're about children and families and playing, so we felt embarrassed. And so we had a really good dialogue about it and brought in external advice. And therefore we started a very focused process on our HR processes. And we found a lot of blind sides in the way we write job descriptions and how we have selection processes. And now we've set ourselves some really ambitious targets to change the population.